And these high IQ stupid people have an answer for everything. You know why? Because they think they're smarter and more virtuous than the American people. These woke, high IQ stupid people, they're easy to recognize. They hate George Washington. They hate Thomas Jefferson. They hate Dr. Seuss, and they hate Mr. Potato Head. These woke, high IQ stupid people, they walk around with Ziploc bags of kale that they can eat to give them energy. Now, if you want to eat kale, that's up to you. I don't eat kale. You know why? Because kale tastes to me like I'd rather be fat. And these high IQ stupid people, the wokers in charge in Washington, D.C., the berserk wing of the Democratic Party, they hyperventilate on their yoga mats if you use the wrong pronoun. They're all over Washington, D.C. Now I understand that President Obama just came to town. I understand that President Obama just came to Georgia. But he didn't come to Georgia. He didn't come to Georgia to encourage the good people of Georgia. He didn't come to talk about hope and change. He came to make fun of my friend Herschel Walker. Now, I'm glad to see President Obama out and about. Good for you, Mr. President. Just get out and about. Get the blood flowing. And President Obama, he's smart. He's one of the smartest people on the planet. Just ask him. And President Obama, he's very eloquent. He can talk a hungry dog off a meat wagon. He's got a silver tongue. And President Obama, the media, hi media, how y'all doing? The media loves President Obama. They worship at the altar of President Obama. Now, President Obama wouldn't do this, but if he told many members of the media to go join the Taliban, they'd say, "Where's the line?" And I know President Obama is very sophisticated. He doesn't drink coffee unless it takes 10 or more words to order it. But let me say this, President Obama got one thing right. He and Mr. Walker, my friend, are two very different people. Herschel Walker is a gentleman. He's a gentleman and a gentleman. Herschel Walker, Mr. Walker, is very plain spoken. What you see is what you get. But you know what I like best about Mr. Walker? He knows who he is. And he knows what he believes. Mr. Walker, unlike President Obama, understands that America was founded by geniuses. But right now it's being run by idiots. Mr. Walker, unlike Mr. Obama, understands that if the aliens landed in Washington, D.C. tomorrow and said, "Take me to your leader," it would be embarrassing. Mr. Walker understands that Republicans may not be perfect, but the other side is crazy, folks. They are. Mr. Walker, my friend Herschel, believes in America. He believes that America is the greatest country in the whole of human history, and the whole world wants to come here. When is the last time you heard of somebody trying to sneak into China? Even people who hate America don't want to leave it. My friend Herschel Walker is proud, unlike President Obama. He's proud of what we accomplished when the Republicans were in charge. You think about it. We cut taxes. We increased wages. We had the lowest unemployment rate in the history of this extraordinary country for African Americans and for Hispanic Americans. We delivered 3.5% unemployment. We created 8 million new jobs pre-COVID. We deregulated the economy. We beat back ISIS. We controlled the border. We secured our streets. We controlled inflation. We strengthened our military. We stood up to China, and we confirmed 234 of the finest women and men you'll ever meet to our federal judiciary, including 3 new members of the United States Supreme Court, and we can do it again. Now, let me say a word about President Biden. Now, I don't hate anybody. I look for grace wherever I can find it. When I pray at night, one of the things I ask God for is, God, please don't let me hate. But I also believe in telling the truth to the American people. And these are my words, not Herschel's. But Mr. Walker understands, unlike Mr. Obama, that the Biden administration sucks. President Biden has mismanaged Congress. He's mismanaged COVID. He's mismanaged the border. He's mismanaged crime. He's mismanaged Afghanistan. He's mismanaged the economy. He's mismanaged America's energy independence. And he's mismanaged inflation. Now, I don't like to brag about the expensive places I have been. But the other night I went to the grocery store. And inflation made by President Biden is gutting the American people like a fish. Mr. Walker, my friend, understands, unlike President Obama, that the criminals are the bad guys. They're not the good guys, they're the bad guys. Herschel Walker understands, unlike President Obama, that vetting people at the border is not racist. It's prudent. In fact, it's the law. And my friend Herschel Walker understands that Arlington National Cemetery contains 400,000 reasons why you should stand your ass up for the national anthem. Let me leave you with this final thought, folks. My friend Herschel Walker believes that the future of the state of Georgia and the United States of America can be better than our present or our past. Mr. Walker understands that we're only as good as our dreams, that we're only as valuable as our children. Mr. Walker also understands, my friend Herschel, though, that the water in Washington, D.C. is not going to clear up until you get the pigs out of the creek. Now, folks, as our next United States Senator, Mr. Herschel Walker, can't promise you that he's going to win every fight. Because you know what? It's not a perfect world. He may not win every fight, but I'll tell you this about Herschel Walker. And you can write this down and take it home to Mama. Herschel Walker, as your United States Senator, senator will always refuse to be beat. There is no quit in Herschel Walker.